Hey Doc, it's Chris Burfield, and I'm back again with Christina Troja, the President and CEO of Troluna Inc. Troluna is actually a DME supplier out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the reason I brought her on this call today is because I wanted to talk about DME's role in the corrective care practice. Back when I had my office, we had patients that would come in that were in acute pain or chronic pain, and we wanted to get them started on the corrective care part of their care faster, more quickly, but because they were in so much pain, we weren't able to get them doing traction as quickly as we wanted to, or we couldn't supply them with posture pumps or lumbar pumps to help them in that correction process as well. So one of the things that really helped our office get faster results and get better correction was getting people out of that acute phase of care and into the corrective phase more quickly. And one of the ways we accomplished that was through DME, supplying durable medical equipment. And one of the key things that we used were TENS units. Now, what a TENS unit did for the patient is, number one, it prevented them, in a lot of cases, from resorting to prescription medications or over-the-counter pain relievers, which have horrible side effects. My father recently went through this whole adverse drug reaction event in his life that hospitalized him for 3 weeks and caused paralysis in his arms and his legs and a barrage of other symptoms, and he's still recovering from it. So, by providing patients with TENS units to take home with them that they can use in place of, these dangerous drugs was extremely beneficial to both us and them. But the other thing is that because we were able to get them out of pain more quickly, we could start using posture pumps and lumbar pumps and traction devices and everything that we needed to start getting them on that and into the correction care phase of their care more quickly. So I brought Christina on today because one of the things that her company does is her company is not just about supplying DME products to help patients with pain. They're about helping doctors get into the corrective care phase of a patient's case more quickly. So, Christina, your company has a lot of different corrective care devices and equipment that patients can use. If a doctor's sitting here watching this video right now and saying, "You know what, Chris, that actually makes sense. I don't want my patients taking drugs." Even if it's just an over-the-counter medication, there's horrible side effects to it. I don't want that for them. I would love to be able to start getting getting into the corrective care phase of their care more quickly. How can Christina help me do that, and what would I need to do to get that ball rolling? So what would a doctor have to do?
Well, they just contact us, and it's really simple. As usual, we try and keep things simple. But part of this, for me personally, my love for chiropractic is the one reason I do this. And I really love the fact that these TENS units and other pieces of DME can help people to stop taking any kind of medication. Whether it be over-the-counter or prescription. Just all the side effects that people can get from these medications, I think, is absolutely ludicrous. So the fact that there is equipment out there that can help alleviate pain, I think is just wonderful. So that's one of the many reasons I do what I do. So that being said, the equipment that we offer is great for patients to use when they are in that extreme pain, like you said, to be able to get the patient into that aspect of corrective care. So it's very simple, and all that the doctor has to do is just simply contact us, and we can take a 5-minute phone call and explain this in a little bit further detail. But it's as simple as filling out a couple pieces of paper, and the main part is that we check the patient's insurance to see what type of coverage they have for any kind of DME that the doctor thinks the patient might need, and we just report back to the doctor for what the patient is covered for from the insurance company, and we go from there. We can ship the equipment to the doctor's office, and he can show the patient how to use it there, or if they want the equipment sent directly to the patient's home, we can do that, and then at that point the doctor would just have a couple pieces of demo equipment in his office to show the patient how to use. And then we can ship supplies directly to the patient's office. It's all about how the doctor wants to work the program. We tweak it to each doctor because everybody likes to do things differently, so we cater to each one. We just really try to keep it simple and easy.
Okay, awesome. Now, and the other thing too is that this is a great way to add a cash base to the practice. Your company handles all the billing. If there's an issue with that, your company handles all that. If the patients have questions, your girls handle all that as well. So really, the only thing the doctor needs to do is just get you the insurance information, and then you guys handle everything else from that point. And you compensate your doctors very well, and that's one of the reasons why, adding DME to the practice isn't just beneficial for the patients, but obviously from a cash flow standpoint, it's good for the doctor as well. So,
right.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and having my experience of being a CA for 5 years, I was in the doctor's office first before I sit where I sit today. And so I saw the doctors treating the patients firsthand. And so I personally feel like, that's the most important area for the doctor to be in. So I try to do all the clerical work in that regard here internally so that the doctor can stay out there with the patients.
Yeah, and that's another great point, because a lot of times, doctors will hand that stuff off to their CA. And I remember, in our practice, the DME company we were using, we had to call on the benefits and all that stuff, and it sucked, but it ate up so much time, you know what I mean? And it's you were trying to get these benefits verified, patients were coming into the practice at the same time, and you're on the phone with the insurance company, and it was just a mess. Yeah. So you guys handle all of that where the doctor doesn't, yeah. They can just focus on treating patients or adjusting patients. So, yeah. So what's the phone number? How do they get a hold of you?
Call us at 412-249-8493, and Megan or myself can help you out.
And you have also what's called a 3-patient challenge, where the doctors can just refer you 3 patients, send you over the benefits. They can fax them to you. Is that correct?
Right. We can send you a form. It's a verification form, and it just has the patient's general information so that we can check their benefits. You can fax them right over to us. As soon as we get them, we'll check them, and within just a few minutes, we can get back to you with an answer.
Okay, awesome. Well, great. And if the doc just wanted to, if he didn't want to call you and he just wanted to fax over 3 patients, what's the fax number?
412-489-5244.
Okay, great. All right, Christina, well, thanks for being on this call today. I really appreciate it. And in the meantime, everyone, keep saving lives.